Inspectors find so many violations at two Beaumont restaurants that they are forced to close. We've got the highs and lows in this week's edition of the Restaurant Report Card.
We begin with Joe's Crab Shack on I-10. Inspector Wilhelm found soup thawing in the sink without flowing water. Numerous food items were found at unsafe temperatures. Personal drinks were found on the prep table, and all employees were in need of hair restraints, both violations of good hygienic practices. Dead roaches were on the floor, and flies and gnats were in the bar area. Sanitizer was being stored next to the food. The reach-in freezer was in need of cleaning, and a dirty whisk was found stored with the clean ones. Condensation from the AC unit was found in the dry storage area. An air gap is needed at the ice machine. Joe's Crab Shack gets a 67 and was closed. The restaurant was allowed to reopen after the manager in charge corrected most of the violations. Now on to Fresh and Best Doughnuts on Magnolia. Inspector Scott found kolaches and breakfast burritos at unsafe temperatures. Personal drinks were found on the prep table. The cook didn't have a hair restraint, both violations of good hygienic practices. There were food containers in the hand sink. There was a roof leak in the back area of the kitchen. The vent hood was not turned on. There was no toilet paper or soap in the restrooms. Chemicals were being stored by the food. No approved sanitizer was found on site. Most surfaces were not clean, and the hot water was turned off in the building. Fresh and Best Doughnuts gets a 68 and was closed. They must call for re-inspection before it can reopen. And finally, inspectors check out Major League Grill. The prep refrigerators were not cold enough. There was a fan and radio on the food bins. Scoops and tongs were in water with food particles. All could lead to cross-contamination. The towels had no sanitizer on them. Thermometers were not working properly. Beef patties were being undercooked according to packaging. Major League Grill gets an 85.
And more scores to pass along. Chuck E. Cheese on Dowlen, an 87. Casa Ole on the East Tex Freeway, an 89. And Christus Healthy Living Cafe, a 93 on North 11th. And Church's Chicken on Washington, a 94. For more scores and information, just log on to our website at kfdm.com.